Alright guys, so I made it back from Hawaii. I wanted to do a fishing report with you guys as well as announce a fishing contest that I'll be hosting. So first off, I wanted to go over which websites I use to check the weather, the swell, or the tides. So the first website that I check is Magic Seaweed. The reason why I use Magic Seaweed is that it gives you a forecast for the whole week. Most websites, in order for you to see the whole week, you have to pay for something. So this is a good free version. So this chart shows the surf height, which is the size of the waves. Today would be a 3 to 5 foot wave. Below it, right here, it shows you the wind and the direction. Anything above 10 miles per hour is pretty strong. Ideal would be under 6. So if I were looking at this chart and we're deciding which days I would want to go out, Sunday would be the very best day. This is an ideal day to go crabbing, and you'll have your best chance of catching crab. So normally the way the ocean works is if it's rough, it'll be rough for a couple days. If it's calm, it'll be calm for a couple days. Normally, if you have a really good day, the days before and after it are pretty good as well. Looking down here, you see that the wind picks up around noon, but it's doable. But that is borderline right there. 10, 12 is the max I would go out. These 2 days would be great for the swell, but the wind is borderline, and you need both of them to line up. Under 10, under 6. So after I check Magic Seaweed to see which day looks the best this week to go out fishing, let's say I wanted to go out Sunday, then I would check surfline.com on Saturday as a double check to make sure that the weather is okay, because you always want to use 2 sources. This is surfline.com. Unfortunately, you can't see the live camera unless you get a paid version, which would be pretty cool to see the waves before you actually go out. This is good if you can't understand the graphs yet. This guide gives you a summary of what the day is going to be like. The reason why I use Surfline is it's the most accurate that I've found. They always overestimate the wave height. Here it shows the wave height right here. It's 5 feet all the way across all day. Thursday is the same way, 5 feet all the way across, except it picks up a little towards the end of the day. As you can see, it turns into 6 feet. As you can tell today, it's extremely windy. Anything over 10 is not fun to be in. 6 and under is ideal for wind. So what this wind chart is telling me is that last night at 12 a.m. it was 8 mile per hour wind, but then at 3 a.m. it doubled, and it's slowly going down as the day goes on. This is the tide. So it shows you there's 2 high tides and there's 2 low tides. This shows you the 2 highs and the 2 lows of the day, what time they are and how big they are. Shows you the weather, whether it's going to rain or be sunny, overcast. So to review, I first use Magic Seaweed and I look at the week forecast and choose which day I want to go fishing. Then the day before I go fishing, I check Surfline and I come down and I double check all my charts to make sure that everything aligns up. It's not raining, the tide is correct to catch fish, it's not too windy, and the wave height is not too big. So after that, you do both of those 2. You can do one last thing, which is check one of the free live cams on surfline.com. So I either go to the search bar and I type in Maverick, or it's saved under my favorites right here. So I click on Maverick, which is right next to Half Moon Bay. So it gives you a pretty good idea of what the ocean's gonna look like. So after you watch a couple ads, then you get access to their free cam. And here you can look at the waves to see if there's whitecaps or if there are any boats out there. You can also see the distance between the waves and how the actual weather is out there. I just got back from Hawaii, so I wanted to do a fishing report and announce a contest that I'll be hosting. So this past week has really changed fishing in the Bay Area. The fishing for sturgeon and striped bass in San Pablo Bay is off the charts. Trouts are being planted all over. Rockfish season is starting. We actually have an early salmon season in April. People are catching sturgeon in San Pablo Bay right now. Keith Frazier at Loch Lomond Live Bait in San Rafael said that it's a 90% chance to catch a sturgeon right now. But he said that if you get a bite, the next second or two can determine whether you have a great day or a bad day. He said that in 6 hours, he and a friend caught and released 6 sturgeon and 20 to 25 striped bass. He said the best spot is east of the pump house in San Pablo Bay in 8 to 10 feet of water. His biggest sturgeon was around 5 feet and 70 pounds. And his biggest striped bass was 7 pounds. Most of them were under 18 inches though. He was using ghost shrimp rigged with a single hook with a sliding sinker rig. So there's a thing called the sturgeon triangle, and most anglers are fishing the north apex of the triangle. You anchor in about 10 feet and on outgoing tides. So as far as trout, the DFW planted rainbow trout at Lake Merced twice in the past 3 weeks. They also stocked it this week as well. Bon Tempe Lake in Marin near Fairfax has been stocked 4 straight weeks in a row. Los Vaqueros was planted 3 times in the last 4 weeks. The lake temperatures right now are about 54-55 degrees, which is the perfect temperature for trout. The reports are saying that Los Vaqueros and Shadow Cliff have the best water clarity right now. As far as rockfish, the season opens April 1st, which is a Monday. The rules this year is a limit of 1 lingcod with a minimum size of 22 inches. A new rule this year is if you're filleting the fish on board, you need to leave a 1-inch square patch of skin on each fillet. And the rockfish limit is 10 in combination of all species. From Pigeon Point to Monterey, salmon season is opening on April 6th, which is a Saturday. So if you're launching from Pillar Point Harbor, it'll be a 25-mile one-way run to legal salmon grounds. Minimum size would be 24 inches with a limit of 2 per rod. So according to the National Marine Fisheries, 380,000 salmon are swimming in the ocean along the Bay Area. This is almost double what we had last year, which was 224,000. So they're saying the cool water and the amount of plankton we have right now could produce one of the best salmon seasons in the last 10 years. Alright guys, so I'm really excited to announce my fishing competition that I'll be hosting. So I'll be giving away 2 prizes to the largest crab and the largest fish by length. The winner of the largest crab will receive 1 Lil Sucker drink holder and a homemade crab snare. The winner of the largest fish will receive 1 Lil Sucker drink holder and a homemade lure from my latest Hawaii trip. So the Lil Sucker is an awesome product that I featured in my last video. The rules to the contest is that you must take a picture with your fish or crab with the measuring device, and you need a thumbs up clearly visible in the picture. The contest ends April 15th, so submit to this Facebook page before that date to be eligible. You must be subscribed to Nick Fish on YouTube, and you must submit through this post right here. Good luck everybody, and I'm really excited to see what you guys catch.